Have you ever wanted one of these things? You're sitting at your desk, you need something to prop up your material on, and you want to be able to raise it up and down? I did, and this is how I made it. Welcome to the shop. Okay, first things first, we have to find the lumber, so let's get to that.
Did I say find lumber? What I really meant was clean the shop, because I'm OCD and I'm like that. After clearing enough headspace and shop space, I was able to find some choice picks of lumber from our scrap pile. Now that I have all of my pieces of lumber, I'm going to cut them to their dimensions using a combination of the table saw, the miter saw, and the band saw. I'm also going to use our sanders to get the final shape on some of the curved pieces. After all the pieces are done, they're ready for glue up.
So here we have the main idea of our build. Here's how it's going to work. So this piece here is going to sit on our base someplace around there. And as you can see, it is slightly tilted back for better stability. Then this piece here is going to be fitted onto the front of this piece here. There's going to be a bolt right here that will go through this slot here and allow this piece to go up and down. This piece right here is going to go right here on this piece and allow this to swivel up and down, and this is going to attach to the back of this, and the whole thing is going to sit like that.
But before we can get to our finishing steps, we have to do some sanding. Lots and lots of sanding.
The next part is to see which one of these will work to put that together. Now it's time to pre-drill some holes, to get some measurements, and see how that works. Alright, this is it, the moment that every maker waits for, the assembly. Here we have our extension piece, we have our screws which are just long enough, put some washers on it so we don't stress out the wood. Now this one, line it up here, here we go, look at that, oh. Alright, so we need something so we can tighten this down, but that is just what I was looking for. Let's do the turn. And then we can raise it up. How high? That height. Next step is we're going to take a coat of stain this all up, take a couple coats of polyurethane to protect it, and it will be ready for service. So let's stain.
Just as a note, I used a foam brush to apply my stain, and I've done that before successfully many times, but here I ended up putting too much stain on and ended up pooling and not drying properly. This will give you problems later on down the road. It will be thick, it will be blotchy, and when you go to put the polyurethane on, it'll have a tendency to want to slough off. Make sure to not over apply your stain.
So the stain that I decided to use was a red mahogany. I put it on thick with a foam brush, so it might take a little bit for it to dry. We'll see if it'll be ready for polyurethane tomorrow. All that we have left is the polyurethane and then the final assembly. We'll see you there.
I ended up putting 5 coats of polyurethane on this piece. After the second coat, in between each coat, I gave the piece a light sanding.
And just like that, the gap between imagination and actualization has been closed.
Thanks for watching my build. If you have any ideas for what you would have done differently in the design or the building process, let me know. Until next time, go out and make something wonderful.